Hello there. I've recently been spending way too much time. It's not too bad, or it's quite bad, but it could be a lot worse. But anyway, my point is that I've been spending way too much time on internet arguments, mainly on here on YouTube. It's just been, yeah, it's just been fucking silly stuff, really. I mean, I did it with good intentions, really, because yeah, I just mob mentality is something that quite annoys me when people obviously got this mob mentality for no good reason, basically. And yeah, it's just K-pop, a small K-pop dancer. I stumbled upon her channel. I don't know, a few weeks ago, and I don't know, I just find the K-pop and J-pop scene quite interesting, especially the ones that do dance covers. If I didn't say that it was a K-pop dancing channel, because K-pop is quite wide. But yeah, it's mainly a K-pop dance cover channel, and I don't know, it's something that's the whole, like, when I first discovered like the J-pop cover dance phenomena, like, I don't know how many years ago it is now, but it's probably about 3 years ago I didn't know about it, or something like that. Maybe longer, even. Maybe it's 4 by now. I'm not quite certain, to be honest. It's been a few years at least. I was not by any stretch of the imagination the first one to discover it, but it's probably been a thing quite, or maybe not too much in like Western scenes. Probably a lot earlier than me, a few years earlier than me too. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It interests me. It's I don't know quite why, really, but that doesn't really matter. But yeah, anyway, yeah, her videos got mass flagged because, I don't know, some dumb reason. They said sexualizing a culture or something stupid like that. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, and it's quite obvious then that the people saying it don't either. It's probably young teenage girls, most likely, that mass flagged it. But yeah, it's just I've been having, I just saw this ridiculous statement, a comment, and I started arguing with it. And yeah, it's like talking to a brick wall. I would have made more success with that, and the brick wall might also be more intelligent. But yeah, it's just, it's especially two girls that I've been discussing with, and it's just been so fucking ridiculous. At first, like, I don't know. One of the first things that I it got into the whole racial thing after a while, and I for sure didn't bring it up, but I did write something. I wrote a fucking huge comment ahead of that, but I wrote this huge comment argumenting how, like, insane people's, how they're acting, like the mob mentality, like attacking a young girl online with a small following because they disagree with the video, and mass flag it enough to have it been taken down for a few days. And I don't know, I just think that's fucked up that people have the power to do that. But yeah, it's just so fucking ridiculous. But I wrote this fucking huge comment. I don't even remember what I said. I just I just got a bit frustrated and decided to write a bit. Like, maybe not the best form to do it really, because the comment section is basically cancer incarnated in internet form. But yeah, I also had fun with it until I had quite fun doing it too. I mean, I'm studying in college. I'm most likely arguing with young teenagers or just really fucking dumb people. And it makes my brain fucking hurt because it's so painful to understand how stupid humanity is when you really have like solid proof of how dumb people actually can be. And I don't know. It's I don't want to condemn people that aren't especially intelligent, but it's just when people are ignorant and don't really have anything to say and they try to, I don't know, they're just spiteful. I don't mind like people that are slightly below average intelligence if they're just nice. I love, like, it's very interesting speaking to people that, yeah, maybe don't think about a lot of things simply, but a lot of them might be really nice people, or sometimes they worry about also, I worry about stupid stuff too, but you know, just people that aren't like super clever. They might be clever in some ways, but in the overall sense of how they're perceived as intelligent, they might be below average. But I met a lot of people that might qualify into that are super nice people and always interesting to talk to. Because, yeah, just very different views on things. But then you also have the other spectrum of people that are just spiteful and ignorant, and which basically is the fucking bane of this world. Like, yeah, just horrible people. I don't know. It's just the way that I did these arguments. It's got into. She stated just because I'm white, she's most likely. I don't know what color she is, like what color of her skin is. I don't really care, but apparently she don't like white people, but or people that are white. I fucking hate saying white people and black people. It's people that are white and people, or people that have white skin and people that have black skin, or people who have yellow skin or a tone of yellow skin. You shouldn't like fucking, it doesn't matter. We have in Sweden there's a lot of people with darker skin and like all different colors of skins, and that doesn't make you more or less Swedish because of it. Like, there's, it's just a stupid notion. It shouldn't be applied to people. But yeah. Anyway, like, I write something that the cult following of that they need to actually protect this culture from this girl with a small following. Like, she had a power to actually like bring the culture down single-handedly. And yeah, I just asked of people, or just wrote that yeah, that people don't think about their actions and how the mob mentality really reaches people, and a lot of people don't even am aware of their existence really. They've never thought about their existence to any depth. They just do all the shit they're supposed to do every day and they never questioned it. And that's fucking terrible. That's what makes the human intelligence, the human evolution stagnate, because they're so, like, I'm very against tradition, or not very against tradition, but I'm for sure against it, because tradition tends to keep things that are way too old to be present today. A lot of ideals and stupid things people do just because of tradition that doesn't make sense. It's just horrible. It's not just horrible, but it's often a lot of horrible stuff happen because of tradition and because, yeah, the culture too. And people don't question their culture, their actions, or how a culture sees a phenomena, or if it actually makes sense for you as yourself. If you morally think that why do you do that action? Like any action you do, you should question it. It's hard to observe yourself, but you should try to do it. That's how you improve as a person. You need to actually try to understand why you're doing things. Because when you understand why you're doing things, or at least think about why you do them, you can justify them. And I don't think you don't always need to justify things, but just have any idea why you do them. Are there any reason why you actually do them? Do you gain anything from doing that certain thing, like your culture or whatever tells you to do? Or does anyone else gain anything from you doing it? Are you getting maybe you're getting used by, I don't know, someone or the system, simply the cultural system. You need to decide if you want to do things, because you can do what the fuck you want with your life. There's there's all these rules and stuff and shit, but it doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want. Nothing's right or wrong, really, because our existence is basically just this tiny chance. And it's a blessing and a curse. But, I mean, the point of existing is enjoying existence. Whatever you choose to see what that is, but for me it's also I try to better humanity ever so slightly through just improving myself, trying to be a better person, whatever that means. But what I define as a better person, I actually try to be I don't know, treat people with respect and just try to, I don't know, also just share my views and thoughts about a lot of things, because apparently I think a lot of unconventional thoughts that I've gotten. People say that I have said that quite a lot, that I've taken up subjects and have these discussions with people, and they say that it's been really interesting to having that discussion. It goes both way, but a good few times it's been a more mind-opening experience for them than it's been for me. But I always enjoy talking with anyone, even though it's over a fucking stupid argument that I'm clearly in the right of. Or not right per se, but I mean, at least at least I can justify my actions. At least I'm aware what I'm trying to do. What, yeah, I just have given the thought, or given the process actual thought, instead of just doing it on this gut instinct. But yeah, I mentioned something about culture anyway, back to that, and she says like, I hate how white people talk about culture when they don't have any. So I basically just respond like, why do you have to bring race into this? What, like, why do you have to stoop to that level, you racist, basically? And then I get the message back like, you can't be racist towards white people. And I'm understanding in what situation I've actually placed myself in to some extent. But I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to give up. I want to win that argument, which I have. I've won it and lost it because I was the one actually doing any argument, but I also lost because I spent time trying to convince some fuckwad online that's obviously, I don't know, just have these ridiculous views on things and totally fucking brainwashed. No, no, really, no capability of own thoughts. But yeah, I'm not going to bash these persons too much, or try to resist to at least. I try to be a nice person, but it's also very hard to actually see these people as persons because they got these anonymous accounts on YouTube, no profile picture, nothing uploaded. They're not. They're nothing. They're just names on a screen. And I understand there's people behind there, but that also pisses me off even more because that just shows that how many fucking dumb people there are in the world with ridiculous worldviews that can't justify their actions. And I don't know, it agitates me. It makes me sad, annoyed, and also slightly humored in the sense that I think it's so ridiculous and sad. It's almost a little bit funny too. Oh, I haven't been drinking enough water at all today. I just realized when I took that sip, like, holy shit. Yeah, drinking water is hard, but yeah. So, apparently you can't be racist towards white people, and I basically I give some explanations why you can actually be racist towards white people. Of course, people of different or with skin color or however with darker skin color or whatever, they receive a lot more racism than I do as a white Swedish male do. But I've for sure experienced quite a bit of racism, and I can't really, or I can imagine it, but not fully. I cannot fully understand the fucking pain it must be to be someone with another skin color because they receive so much more racism. So I understand that people get jaded and tilted to some extent, but I don't think it's acceptable to stoop down to that level and try to fight racism with their own wicked racism. So I basically, I after a while, this is quite long after a lot of back and forth. Really not much back and forth because they didn't have any meat in their text. They didn't say anything. Like they said just words, but they don't mean anything. It's just opinions based on nothing. Just I think this, and I don't have any thought about it, but this is how it is. And then I try to explain it in a more nuanced way because I'm obviously much more nuanced in probably everything, to be honest, compared to these people. I'm fairly highly educated. I think a lot. I've always done that since I was 10. Before that even, I've been thinking a lot my whole life. I can't resist doing it. I can't resist questioning all these things of existence, and that just got amplified after my father's death at 10. Because yeah, that's what I was doing. I was sitting thinking about things. Even if I were in public or in school, I wouldn't necessarily think about schoolwork too much. Sometimes I would actually manage to think about that process and actually do schoolwork, but mostly I just thought about anxiety, depression, like death, existence, all these kind of things since the age of 10. So, I mean, I've experienced a lot of traumas in my life, but it's also made me quite mature and wise in some senses. maybe I would become that without experience these traumatic and horrible things. I don't have the worst life by any stretch of the imagination, but I mean, it have given me perspective on things. I've also traveled a lot of the world. I saw, because I had the chance to do that, travel with my family and actually see poverty, like actual poverty. People basically, not the not the worst poverty. Like there's villages in Africa where it's way worse, but I've also seen like extreme poverty, people starving, people really, really thin, people with nothing, people just struggling to survive day to day to actually get food and water. And it's something I saw at quite early age. I don't remember exactly when the first time is, because it's something I've seen different levels of poverty all my life, because we've been traveling a lot and I'm very thankful to be able to do that. It's very privileged, but because I've been doing that, I've had a pretty wide worldview, because I've seen a lot of things since an early age and processed that early in my life. But yeah. So anyway, quite late into the discussion, we, I asked them to just look. You clearly don't know what the word racist means. It actually got a meaning, and I linked two different dictionaries. The first one, freaking Oxford University dictionary. And then Merriam-Webster, the other one, a quite other large dictionary too. Both were Americans, as I perceived it. I'm not 100% sure, but so I linked two different English dictionaries of it, and Oxford and Merriam both are, especially Oxford University. You know Oxford University. I don't need to explain this for you. If you actually don't know, it's a very prestigious and very successful and very reliable university. Anyway, they have a dictionary. It's probably the most reliable English dictionary in the whole world. I don't know how. It's for sure one of the most reliable and biggest ones, and yeah. But apparently that wasn't good enough. My links were crap. They were shit. That they're just opinions, which it's true. Words are just opinions. Like language is very something that you perceive and how you choose to understand it simply. Words, some words can, and especially strings of words, can mean a lot of different things. But I'm starting to get a little bit versed in academic text, which dictionaries are. They're short academic text trying to explain what a word actually means. Of course, they got more nuance to them, but it's a good start, and they actually explain what it means. But apparently, Oxford University isn't good enough. So then I just asked them to Google it. Just Google it and use. Oh no, not. I even asked them to search with any search engine. Just search anywhere. Just try to pick up actual information on what the word racism means. And as I said, like, I'm white, I live in Sweden, I'm privileged as fuck. But just because, like, white people can still experience racism, it's usually not at all as bad, especially if you compare to like black people in America. It's fucking fucked up what they have been through over history and they still experience, and the structural racism of all these western countries, like including Sweden, have a lot of structural racism. I'm anti-racist myself. Like I try to just see people as people. I don't care about people's skin. I met good people and bad people around the whole fucking world, basically. And I mean, I've lost. It doesn't matter what skin color you have. It's a fucking stupid notion to focus on. It doesn't matter. You might be an asshole anyway. It doesn't matter. It's just fucking stupid to focus on. But yeah, holy shit. So yeah, Oxford University, not good enough. But yeah, I just try to explain these things that racism is, of course, is more targeted toward people that might be black or Asian or whatever, but that it's still very possible to be racist towards white people or people with white skin. I hate even just saying it's something I do so often because it's so fucking ingrained to my brain hearing people being called white people and black people as it's fucking divided as they're different kind of persons just because their skin color. Of course it will affect them because we've been fucking this fucking dumb culture which I've talked about earlier fucking have enforced these things. The tradition. There's so many dumb things enforcing these kind of things that you should question. And why do I say black people and white people? I should something I'm trying to do and think about and actually say rather is people with white skin or people with black skin or whatever because when you divide it into black and white people, which America does a lot, there's white culture and there's black culture. And I understand that because it's been very separated and it's horrible. But if you continue saying it that way, it will only get worse. Like, you're dividing people and the way you use language actually affect these kind of things. Holy shit. Racism is fucking stupid. If you're racist, try not to be. Why? Why do you think like this? It's just a limitation of your brain. I know the human race, our brains are fucking stupid, but at least fucking try to fight it. Yeah, I try not to fucking judge people just how they look. I do it because that's how the human brain is wired. We simplify things. We simplify other persons we meet or you see on the street, but when you actively like try to spread this crap and when you don't actively stop your first dumb thoughts that pop into your head just because you see someone on the street with, I don't know, maybe hole in their clothes or whatever, like or this weird hat or whatever. I don't care, but just when you shouldn't you shouldn't let your brain trick you to think worse of these people just because they might be standing out or whatever. When you actually have talked to that person, had a conversation for a few minutes, or maybe known that person for years, then you can actually start to have opinions about that person and decide if someone that you like and not. But you can also have perceived this person completely wrong, but you shouldn't let your gut instincts and feelings just let you to fucking walk over people because of stupid things like skin color and stuff like that. Holy shit, it's so fucking tragic. The human race is fucking pathetic. Why do people do these things? Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm done for the day, I guess. A longer video than I've done in a little bit in a few days, and talking about a subject that actually matters. Hopefully, I haven't been super coherent in practicing at it. At least you get you understand what I'm trying to get across. And yeah, I don't know. Have a good day. I've It's 11:30. I'm not been home that long. I got home from grocery shopping and being at school. Got there quite late, but been there for a few hours today. I don't know how many hours, but yeah, I will actually go and make some dinner soon because I haven't eaten a lot today. 2 bananas and one of these. They're fucking great though. Protein pudding, or these aren't great. The shakes are good. The pudding, I didn't like it, but I don't like chocolate pudding anyway, so. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this ramble, maybe learned a little bit, at least learned how I see things, and hopefully I haven't said anything stupid or something that can actually. Of course, I've said something that you can actually misunderstand. Everything you say can be misunderstood, but I don't know. It's just I hope I've gotten my opinions across to you fairly, not carefree, but bum free. Like, yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm tired. I've slept for like 4 hours today. I'm not tired at all at this moment. And I'm just annoyed with humanity because it's so often I just realize that people are fucking dumbasses. I'm a dumbass too sometimes. By any stretch of the imagination, is not a perfect human soul, but at least I'm fucking trying. A lot of people don't give a shit. It's not cool to not give a shit. It's cool not to give a shit about stupid things, but it's not cool to just be a fucking reckless asshole. Well, that's all for me. This was quite a ramble. I could continue on more, but I don't know. I probably will just talk in circles. Well, yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great day. My day has actually been quite fine today. My last few weeks. As long as I've been doing this, my life has gotten slightly better. I don't know. It's just nice having somewhere to express yourself, even though you're not. It's just expressing yourself to yourself, so you actually get to know yourself better, your views on things, how you are perceived as a person. That's what I'm trying to improve. How I want to improve how other people, or I want to improve how I perceive myself, or when I do something, how I might be perceived, so I can actually get across my opinions better, to actually become a better person, to actually know myself better and how other people sees me, because it's very important to know how other people sees me. Well, yeah. Have a good day, as I said, and thank you for watching. I wonder if anyone will fucking ever watch this. This is so interesting. I can't wait to wait like a few years or a week or however long it takes, or maybe I won't even like keep track of it in a month or 3 or 6, but I think I will. I might connect the AdSense account to my YouTube channels. I think that might give my channels a boost. I don't think it's really important for me, but now I'm starting to get confident of the work I'm actually doing. I've seen a lot of improvement in these, and I just want to be. I don't know. I'm starting to feel fairly confident in it and think I bring a lot to the table that a lot of people don't. But maybe it's me just being narcissistic. But I guess it's good to be narcissistic to some extent. Not too self centered, but a little bit. Self confident. I am self confident too in a lot of ways, but I'm also very insecure in a lot of other ways. But never mind. I can just keep on like this forever. Goodbye. Goodbye.